This week on The Splash, we support local actors with local optimists. Then, a night out to benefit the children. And later, a hidden treasure at the library. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Thank you for being with us on The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Our local students have a lot of talent both in and outside of the classroom. And recently, a local club had the opportunity to see those talents come to life. Reporter Tyler Kieft has the story.
At their weekly meeting, the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield joined together as a group of leaders, residents, and community advocates, aiming at supporting our local youth and creating a friendly and welcoming community environment. Part of the club's objective of bringing out the best in our youth is to support local programs that help foster life skills, self-confidence, and teamwork. An excellent example of this is the Student Theater Program in the West Bloomfield School District, where student actors provided the Optimists with a special preview of their upcoming performance of 13.
We're very fortunate. They come and give us a sneak peek every year, so we always look forward to it. And I have to say we're never disappointed, and we weren't this year either. They were just absolutely wonderful. As you know, we're a kids organization, and so we love to be able to see what's going on in our school district and promote the kids and really hear what they have to offer and help them out in any way that we can.
As the opening performance approaches, having opportunities to perform in front of any audience is of great benefit to the student performers. But they take even better benefit from having an audience of supportive people from the community to boost their confidence in their roles and the camaraderie of the ensemble as they inch closer to the lights coming on and the music starting.
I think it gives them a really good arena to practice in, if nothing else, because they're going to be up on a stage performing this play, this musical play, and this gives them the chance to perform in front of people that it's not their family, it's not their friends, it's not practice, and they're people who are objective. And for them to be able to stand up and have solos and perform as a group and get their timing down, that's a really hard thing to do. That's hard for adults to do. But these kids are middle school kids, and so I think it really helps them along in their ability when they get ready to put on the play.
And as the kids work toward their ultimate goal, so did West Bloomfield's Ensemble of Optimists, providing an outlet to build the confidence of our youth and inspire them to pursue their greatest dreams and aspirations.
So we want them to know that they can be and do anything that they want to be and do, that they can really make a difference and have an impact and not be afraid. The kids that we have in our school district are so talented, they're so creative, and they're so smart. And that's due to not just the teachers that we have, even though it starts from the top down, but it's the community at large. It has to do with clubs like ours and the other clubs, as well as the supporting community. And that includes Civic Center TV, because you're out there and you're promoting what goes on in this community as well. And it takes everybody getting involved and supporting and putting that thread through.
With West Bloomfield's Optimists, I'm Tyler Kieft, reporting for The Splash.
To find out more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/WB Optimist Theater. The West Bloomfield Educational Foundation held their traditional casino night once again this year with the goal of supporting programs for our West Bloomfield School District students. And we sent reporter Lawrence Nyland to uncover how one night of fun is supporting our kids' futures.
Adults play, kids win was once again the theme at the 5th annual Fabulous Casino Night put on by the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation. The event, held again this year at Edgewood Country Club, is an important fundraiser which helps keep programs going in the school district which are not part of the traditional budgeting system.
We do different events. This is our biggest event of the year, our casino night, and we raise money for our district so that our kids can have funds to better their education.
So the West Bloomfield Education Foundation is an amazing group of volunteers that do all kinds of activities to raise money to support classrooms and students. So foundation dollars They go to help teachers that want extra things in their classrooms to support struggling readers, to enhance students, to go on field trips, a lot of technology. Right now, the state of Michigan is having trouble funding schools at the level that schools really need. So the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation kind of swoops in and allows teachers to do these crazy, amazing, wonderful things in their classrooms that they wouldn't be able to do without the dollars that they provide.
There are lots of fantastic things for the generous donors to partake in on this evening. Great food, terrific prizes offered in a silent auction, of course the gambling, and also great music to get everyone dancing provided by Byron in Motion featuring Civic Center TV's own Michelle Conselmo. And if you want to be in on an evening like Casino Night in the future and help the WBEF further help students, your involvement is always welcome.
I would love people to get more involved. We're always looking for new board members. If anybody wants to serve, we're out here. They can just contact my office, Joey Spano, West Bloomfield Community Education. And it's all parent-run, it's all volunteer-run, and the people just donate a lot of time, and especially a lot of time and effort to this evening's event.
Reporting for The Splash, this is Lawrence Nyland.
For more information, feel free to stop by our website at civiccentertv.com/Casino Night 2019. Coming up, we visit a special place at the West Bloomfield Library and then another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
And welcome back to The Splash. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brooke Allen. The West Bloomfield Library is full of a wealth and information and entertainment at the hands of our entire community. But only one area of the library affords the visitors to take a piece of the learning home with them for good. Reporter Ryan Younglove has the story.
Here in the West Bloomfield Township Public Library is the Friend Shop, where local volunteers dedicate time to help the community.
We moved to West Bloomfield in 2000 and joined the library pretty much immediately, but we became friends of the library. Joined the Friends of the Library in about 2003, so that's about 15 years ago. The Friends of the Library are here basically to support the library. We continue their mission of outreach to the community and that sort of stuff. So the main thing we do is, of course, we sell used books. People very generously donate books to the library. Hardcover books, sometimes even recent books, and they bring them to the library, bring them to these bins that are located outside, and the Friends of the Library collect those books. We sort them, price them, and then sell them. As you can see here, right around here, we can sell books here and also in book sales. And the money that we generate from that then goes back to the library to support things that are outside of their normal budget.
The Friend Shop has been around for many years and brings joy to all that are involved.
The good part is indeed helping the people at the book sales and getting involved here in the bookstore, coming up with books that we also have a request system where people can request books, and I get involved in that, where the people have a specific book they want, and they fill out a request sheet, and then I look to see if we get it. Of course, it has to be donated before we can pass it along to someone else, but that's kind of a rewarding thing to actually find a book that somebody's been looking for a class or for some particular activity, and that's kind of fun. And the people are the best part of actually dealing with the Friends. The other Friends members are all, of course, they're all also interested in books and libraries and reading and how important reading is, and reading is fundamental, as they say. So that's also the important part of it, I think. Yep.
As one of the biggest Friend Shop groups in the state, they hope to continue helping the community here in the greater West Bloomfield. This has been Ryan Younglove reporting for The Splash.
For more on this story, you can visit civiccentertv.com/friendshop. And now it's time for Sidewalk Talk, where reporter Patrick Akouri asks the people of Greater West Bloomfield about a very interesting question.
The most famous person I ever met was Bruce Campbell from The Evil Dead. What was your most memorable brush with greatness?
Dr. J, we're at the Atlantis in the Bahamas playing slots. Looked over, it's like, that's Dr. J playing slots. Went over, I'm like, Mr. Irving? He's like, yes, shook his hand, and then golfed my hand, and that was it. On he went.
Did he give you a high five too, or no?
No, he was busy. He had a big old stogie and playing the slots at $5 a hit. I was like, wow.
What's his name from Jeopardy?
Alex Trebek?
Yes, Alex Trebek. My brother was on Jeopardy, and so Alex Trebek, we went to go see the show, and as he walked down the aisles, he went up to me and shook my hand. So
very nice. Was he as nice in person as he is on TV?
Yes, he was very friendly.
Most famous person I met Sylvester Stallone in Hawaii.
Really? Was it before or after the Rocky films?
It was after.
I would say T. Grizzly, and he was at a restaurant. It was Kickstand Brew, so just a nice little dab up. Pretty cool.
Not too bad.
I met Elvis Presley, Art Linkletter, and also Groucho Marx. I've been around that long. Yeah, right. And Elvis was there, but he was the king.
Oh, I met Al Gore.
Where was that?
It was in Washington for an event.
Who was the most famous person you've ever met, and how did you meet?
Neo. We went to his concert for Las Vegas. It was for New Year's. A few years ago, I'm younger. I was 21, actually, so quite some time ago. And he was really cool and laid back. We actually seen him in concert, and we seen him walking around the restaurant.
I don't think I've ever met anybody famous. Not that I can think of.
Well, there's me.
Well, okay, you. Absolutely. You, and I met you while you were waiting tables at Champs.
I met LeBron James at a basketball tournament because we're the same age. But he wasn't that famous at the time because we were seniors in high school.
I had a really bizarre experience. My son lives in Los Angeles. So a few years ago, I stayed at this really nice, the W Hotel in Beverly Hills, and I called down to the valet to have my car ready. I rented a BMW convertible. I go down and there's a woman sprawled across my car, and there was a bunch of paparazzi, and it was Paris Hilton. And I had dinner reservations to go meet my son and go to dinner, and I made her get off my car and made them stop taking pictures. So that was kind of, but I met her, so it was kind of interesting.
I'm Patrick Akouri. Join us next week for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
For more episodes of Sidewalk Talk on demand, visit civiccentertv.com/sidewalk talk. And now it's time for the Civic Center TV event update, where we give you upcoming events around Greater West Bloomfield. And for more events coming up, visit civiccentertv.com/events. Operation Medicine Cabinet. Here you can dispose of your expired and or unused prescriptions anonymously, no questions asked. Operation Medicine Cabinet helps keep all of our citizens safer, protecting young people from the harmful misuse of prescription drugs, understanding the needs of seniors, and the environmental implications related to improper disposal of medications. West Bloomfield Township and the cities of Kego Harbor and Orchard Lake Village are community participants in this program. Drop off your medication at Kego Harbor City Hall Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Orchard Lake City Hall Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., except holidays, and 7 days per week at the West Bloomfield Police Department. For more information, visit oakgov.com/sheriff. Sit to Stay Fit exercise class Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 noon at Spirit of Grace Church in West Bloomfield. Help your mind, body, and spirit and improve your strength and balance in this fun exercise class for people of all ages. It costs $4 to attend each class, and you can learn more by calling 248-682-0770 or by visiting spiritdrivenchurch.org. West Bloomfield Township Passport Day is held on the second Wednesday of each month when the West Bloomfield Township Clerk's Office extends regular hours to 6:30 p.m. The Clerk's Office is an acceptance agency for new passports and will help residents file passport applications as well as take acceptable passport photos. The West Bloomfield Clerk's Office is your one-stop location in town for quick, accurate answers to all of your passport-related questions. To find more information on passport services in West Bloomfield, visit the township website at wbtownship.org. West Bloomfield Parks is once again hosting Daddy-Daughter Dinner Dances February 20th and 21st at Glen Oaks Country Club. Girls, put on your finest and bring your favorite guy for a fun evening of dancing and food. A professional photographer will be on hand with packages starting at $20. Residents can purchase tickets for $52 per couple and non-residents for $62 per couple. And if you have more than one daughter, additional tickets can be purchased for $22 per person. Registration is required by February 13th, and you can register online at wbparks.org. Books and Babies, February 15th at 10 a.m. at the West Bloomfield Library. It's never too early to introduce babies to books. Stimulate your baby's brain development through movement, rhymes, finger plays, puppets, books, and creative gross motor skill activities. This is an interactive program designed to build positive communication between baby and caregiver. This class is free to attend, and you can register and find more information online at wblib.org. The Chaldean Cultural Center open hours Fridays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Chaldean Cultural Center and Shenandoah Country Club. Learn about the history, traditions, and culture of the Chaldean people. $5 for a self-guided tour and $10 for a guided tour. Schedule a tour and find more information at chaldeanculturalcenter.org. Join West Bloomfield Parks for their live animal show, Our Animal Friends, February 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Recreation Activity Center. The live animal show is a perfect introduction to the world of animals. You and your child will meet an array of critters. Expect a live parrot, turtles, snakes, frogs, chinchillas, and more. This live animal show will also include a turtle craft. Ages 3 and above are welcome to attend, and registration is required. To register, visit wbparks.org. And that's this week's highlights. You can find more events online at civiccentertv.com/events and see everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, we'll speak with Karen Akouri, owner and founder of Drench.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
For every meeting of the West Bloomfield Township Board, join Civic Center TV for a brand new show called West Bloomfield Township Board All Access, airing at 5:30 p.m. Our team will review how to access meeting agendas, go over the key issues on that night's agenda, and talk to township officials about projects happening right here in your hometown. It all happens live at 5:30 p.m. before every meeting of the West Bloomfield Township Board on Civic Center TV and 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back. We're joined by Karen Akouri, owner and founder of Drench. And Karen, it's so nice to see you again.
So nice to be here.
So we've got some salad dressings on the counter, but before we go into what this is, we need to go into who you are. Okay. So tell me a little bit about you.
Okay, my name is Karen Akouri, and my company is Drench, and I'm so excited to tell you all about it. I'm actually from Michigan. I grew up in Bloomfield Hills, and I've been living in West Bloomfield for the past 17 years with my husband and 3 kids. And
so you're very, very local.
Very local.
So you're very local, so we're so
Yes.
glad to have you.
Thank
So
you.
the start of Drench was not so long ago, or actually the launch of it.
The launch of it was just this past year in October.
Okay.
But it actually started a few years back. Well, initially it started when I had kids. And just like every other mom, we always want to feed our kids healthy. So I just paid more attention to reading labels and, paying attention to what ingredients are in our food, and started making dressings on my own after reading a lot of the labels out there, and I couldn't believe all the chemicals that were in dressings.
Didn't even know what probably any of them were,
I
or
couldn't
half
pronounce
of them.
half of them. I mean, things like sodium benzoate, and it sounded like gasoline, and titanium dioxide. That sounds like a piece of metals to me. So that's when I had started making my own dressings, and family and friends loved the dressings, loved my salads, and were very encouraging to start bottling my dressings.
So really, you were just at home, kind of experimenting.
Yes.
And this is how this Drench came to be.
That's exactly how it started. Yeah.
Okay. So the actual that you said that was a couple years ago.
That was a couple of years ago, and then it's actually taken that long, just the whole process, getting all the approvals, making sure the labels are all accurate. That has taken some time, and so we just launched in October, and it has really taken off. There's so many people out there with the same feelings that I had, and just really love the dressing. So it was nice to see that.
Okay, so a main issue we face these days are vegan.
Yes.
Allergens.
Yes.
So tell me how you address those issues with your dressing.
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that, because when I like to do demos in a lot of the stores that I'm in, and one of the things I've noticed is there are so many allergies out there. Lots of people come up to me and say, "I'm sorry, I cannot try it. I have a lot of allergies." And I'm like, "You'll be happy to hear that my dressings are free of many allergens. So they're gluten-free, nut-free, dairy-free, soy-free." The list goes on. Egg-free, refined, sugar-free. We never use any refined sugars. There's no GMOs. And we only use the finest oils. So you'll never find soybean oil or canola oil in these dressings. We only use olive oil, avocado oil, and grapeseed oil.
Okay, so obviously those oils were something that you just happened to have in your kitchen.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. So, and the good thing is vegan is such a big trend right now. It's all about health and how we feel. And so the Mediterranean lemon, this is one of our favorites. This is 100% vegan, and this is actually a recipe that was inspired by my mother-in-law. She's a nice little Lebanese woman, love her, and she would never measure, but these were all the ingredients she used. Okay. So I spent time, trying to get it to taste just, yes, exactly. This is 100% vegan, and then we have the citrus honey vinaigrette, which is our most popular one. That was how it all began, and that one is mostly vegan. There's honey in there, so some vegans choose to do honey, some don't.
So it just depends.
It just depends.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I do want to address something real quick, because people will see this on the store shelf and think, well, it's separating, something's wrong with it.
Yes.
So tell me about this.
Actually dressings should separate. If you make dressings at home, you would know that. They don't. We've been trained to believe that dressings should be all uniform, like a bottle of ranch. But that's because there's chemicals in there. There's emulsifiers, there's thickeners.
So there's something in there that's making it stay
that
together.
way. Exactly. So if you see my dressings separate, and all you have to do is just give them a good shake, and they're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are a woman, a business owner, a mom, a wife. You're all of these things, and this company was launched officially last October.
Yes.
So not quite a year. But you've got some exciting stuff going on. It's been pretty amazing.
It's moving fast, moving quite fast.
Okay, so tell me where you are now.
So right now we're in about 50 stores here in Michigan and Chicago, and the list keeps growing. Some exciting news is we just outgrew our manufacturing facility.
That's wonderful.
So we're we're growing so fast, and we have 4 new flavors coming soon.
Okay, so tell me about the new flavors.
Okay, so I'm a perfectionist, so they won't come out until they're absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
The first one is a pomegranate vinaigrette, and I have a balsamic fig that's just divine. And so what's the other? Vegan Caesar. And
that's
Southwest.
completely vegan.
That's completely vegan. No anchovy, no cheese, no egg. And you won't even miss it. You won't even miss it. It's not there. And the nice thing about the dressings is all the ingredients are on the front, like a cold pressed bottle of juice. Okay. So as a consumer, you don't have to turn it around and try and squint to see the ingredients.
You can just see when
they're right
at
there.
It on the shelf.
Yes, because we have nothing to hide. Everything is right there, and it's usually ingredients that you'll just have in your pantry, like you just made it at home. And that was the feeling we wanted.
Right. And the thing, too, with your dressings, not only is it a salad dressing, but an excellent marinade, right? So,
yeah, they're wonderful.
It kind of does double duty, especially when summer rolls around, if it ever does again.
Oh, they're great for grilling. So this is amazing. The Mediterranean lemon, I love marinating chicken in. And the chef at Plum Market told me he marinates his lamb chops, and he says he loves it. So that is great with those two. And then this is the citrus honey is great with chicken. It's a great chicken marinade, and salmon. The other day I marinated salmon. It was delicious. My kids love this one. This has replaced ranch in our house.
Okay, so citrus honey
is citrus honey, yes. They dip their chicken in it. They dip everything, their veggies. So
that's awesome. So where can we find Drench?
Okay, so
you don't want people knocking on your door.
So you could go on my website. It's idrench.com. And there's a list of all the stores and also some great recipes. So lots of great salad recipes as well. Primarily Market Square, Plum Market, a lot of local independent stores, and soon we will be in Bush's. But they're all over Michigan and Chicago, so you can check it out on my site.
Okay, thank you so much. So again, new products coming out. You can find Drench in Plum Markets. And on Amazon as well.
On Amazon, yes.
So if you want to ship it to family members who live out of state.
2 days, Amazon Prime, it's at your doorstep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you so much. So excited
and it's super yummy, so I can't wait to try it again.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes. No, it's been great. And we've been joined by Karen Akouri, owner and founder of Drench. And now it's time for a new episode of Parenting on the Go, where I sat down with Jennifer Burgick to talk about the important role of school counselors. Hi, welcome to Parenting on the Go. I'm Brooke Allen, and joining me today is Jennifer Burgick, counselor at Walnut Creek Middle School in the Walled Lake Consolidated School District. And thank you for being here today. So I guess the first question is, what does a school counselor do?
Professional school counselors today work a bit differently than the guidance counselors that parents may have had when they were in school. We use a comprehensive program that focuses on 3 different areas. We talk about career and college development, we talk about academic development, and probably most importantly, we work on social emotional development of children. And so we work with all the students in our schools to help them be well-rounded in all those areas.
Okay, so how do school counselors help students achieve all of that?
We approach it in kind of a 3-pronged facet with those 3 different areas. We do a lot of proactive work by going into classrooms and teaching skills. For example, we may go in and teach a whole class lesson on a specific study skill that would be helpful to our students. We do, again, career awareness lessons and things like that. In the social emotional realm, we may be teaching students skills on stress reduction and different things like that. For students who have a little bit greater need, we may cluster them together in small groups that we meet with at least once a week to help work on skills that would be of benefit to them. And then a lot of students we work with individually as needed for whatever barriers they may have to learning.
I know when I was in school, it was kind of different. You always thought, oh, the counselor's office is down the hall, and you only went there if maybe you were called down to the counselor's office. But you actually see the students on a regular basis.
Right. Well, we try very hard to see all of our students individually, at least several times a year. It just depends on their needs and how often we can have access to them.
So how are school counselors different than social workers or even psychologists?
In the school setting, we have very defined roles. So a school counselor has access to all the students. All the students in the school are assigned to a counselor, and we may get to know a student over several years if they're on our caseload for several years. Whereas social workers and psychologists typically work with students with a defined need, usually through special education. But we all do work together as a team to help meet whatever the needs of the child might be.
So how long have you been a counselor?
This is my 23rd year.
Really?
Yes.
So how come you decided to be a counselor?
I started out as a teacher, as a music teacher actually, and I was in a real inner city district and saw that the social emotional needs of my kids were really strong, and so I just felt that was more where I could be of use to students.
So what should parents know about helping their students?
The most important thing I want them to know is that if you have any concerns at all, the first thing you can do is call your child's counselor. And also, I like parents to encourage their kids to get to know their school counselor. So seek out the counselor, even if it's just a friendly hello or get to know them in the hallway kind of conversations, because that way when needs do arise, the counselor is much more able to meet those needs and work with the parents and teachers to do whatever's best for that child.
So are there any additional resources out there that even students can know about, or even parents?
As far as counseling
Yeah,
resources?
or-
Yeah, there's a very good website, the American School Counseling Association, and there are a lot of resources for parents on there on how to help your child and how to have a good relationship with your child's school counselor.
How often do you hear from parents?
Oh, frequently,
Oh,
through
do you?
email, phone calls, yeah. And we really do work hard to create good relationships with our families so that when there is a need that arises, they feel very comfortable calling us.
And how about the student? Do you... are students embarrassed to reach out to you, do you think, or?
No, because we've made it part of our school culture that it's just normal to get to know your school counselor, and we're in the classrooms doing things with the kids, so they see us kind of in just a more natural way. We're just a part of their everyday life at school.
So that stigma of going to the counselor's office is kind of gone.
Right. We make it a good thing to, it's good to seek out help when you need it, and we really encourage that in our school.
So that's a good point, to seek out help when you need it. How do parents really drill that into a kid's head?
I think it's through conversation. We start it early when they, I work in a middle school setting, so as they enter into middle school, we make sure that we're establishing that relationship with the kids and with the parents, that they know who we are, they know we're a resource for them, and we really do encourage them to call us at the first sign of any concern.
Okay, thank you so much for
All right.
joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. And thank you for watching this episode of Parenting on the Go. And if you would like to look up more helpful parenting tips, you can visit the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance website at wbyouthassistance.org. For more episodes of Parenting on the Go, visit civiccentertv.com/parenting to go. And now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week, people in the community inspiring and providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Brittany Trout, recreation programmer with West Bloomfield Parks. For over a year since graduating from college, Brittany has been one of the key behind-the-scenes employees at West Bloomfield Parks that creates and plans fun events for local families and the entire community. Brittany has been involved in everything from small classes to seasonal events such as Bowling with Santa and the Summer on the Bank Festival. Brittany has a positive attitude and a passion for creating experiences that bring people together, something that is translated very well to each and every event she leads and every child, family, and resident that those events impact. In addition to her work at West Bloomfield Parks, Brittany is also involved in the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield, where her passion for helping others, creativity, and her talent are utilized to help our community support the next generation. Whether at a fun event or during regular business hours, Brittany Trout is working hard to make the nature of our community happy, friendly, and fun. And that's why she's our Person of the Week. And if you know someone who's making a positive difference, let us know. Send an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate and acknowledge those making a difference in our community, and we appreciate your suggestions. That's all for this week's show. You can watch new episodes Mondays at 5:30 p.m. at Civic Center TV on Comcast 15, AT&T 99, and online in HD at civiccentertv.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Civic Center TV. And for more Metro Detroit news, you can listen to me and Greg Bowman weekdays from 2 to 7 p.m. on WWJ Newsradio 950. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Kego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splash.